All right, everybody, welcome to the Czabecast. Czabe, Scott Lynn, Al Galdi, Mr. Lodef, Steve Solomon joining us. Galdi, this one's for you.
Okay.
Requiem for a wrestler.
Yes.
We have lost another in the family as Test. The wrestler known as Test has passed away at the ripe old wrestler age of
33, which, you know, for wrestlers, it's like dog years. So really, 33 is a good life if you're a wrestler.
He's not even 40.
Exactly. Andrew Martin, 4 days shy of birthday number 34.
Andrew Martin,
Yes.
a.k.a.
Test. Went known briefly as the Punisher, but Test is how most people know him.
Now, Test was a weird nickname, if you ask me. Why was he named Test?
I don't know. It was
Like, you've
very
got to
strange.
pass the test?
Yeah, his catchphrase was, to beat the test, you have to pass the test. The Rock had a classic interview
No
where
cheating the test.
where he made fun of the catchphrase.
And his disciples, Galdi, were, of course.
Yeah, he called his fans testicles.
Testicles, yes.
You know, this was
Who
back.
comes up with these nicknames?
Yeah, this is Vince's writing staff, which is why they slumped horribly a couple years after Test debuted.
You had a chance to join that writing staff.
Well, I don't think I would have.
We saw the advertisement, didn't we, Scott?
Yeah,
In
we
some
did.
We did.
Trade publication.
Craigslist, I believe. But, yeah, something like that.
And
Well,
we
Freddie Prinze
urged-
took that job and has since left. So
We urged Galdi to apply.
You did, but
you did not.
They don't want people like me. You have to understand that.
You don't know until you apply.
I've heard this and I've read this repeatedly. They get rid of people like me. Trust me.
Why? Because you would have
But you would have had your
you would
time
have
in
been
the
a wave
show.
maker.
Because we know more than they want us to know. That's basically how it is. It sounds weird. It sounds like it doesn't make sense,
Well,
but
to
to them
come
it
up with
makes perfect
test
sense.
and testicles,
I agree.
it sounds like you need
But
nothing
Vince-
more than a fifth-grade
Vince
education.
has a very strange sense of humor.
Can any wrestler come up with their own nickname?
Oh yeah, plenty of guys do. I mean, you have to have some stroke. But like Austin used to
Can you
design his
define
own
stroke,
T-shirts.
please? Stroke.
Really?
Define stroke.
Well, stroke,
Power,
influence.
juice.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
you also better trademark it, because if you leave, they'll keep the rights to that name, and you can't use it if you go somewhere else.
Yeah, see, Vince is real big on creating something. Even if you're well known somewhere else, he'll bring you in and change your name just so he can have the copyright to it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who holds the record for the most name changes in
Tony
wrestling
Massenberg.
history?
Oh, sorry.
No, that's team changes.
Oh.
No, that's a good question.
Would it be Mankind, Dude Love?
Yeah, he had. Well, he had.
How many?
He had 3.
3? Okay.
No,
You know,
guys have dozens.
Yeah, Scott Hall has had a bunch.
But are they but Scott Hall always went by Scott Hall, right?
No.
Oh.
No. He was Magnum Scott Hall. He was Razor Ramon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had a couple of names. But most guys, 2, 3, maybe 4 is the most you'll see.
Do we know what killed poor Test?
No, but we can take a pretty good guess. Test was
killed
a
Test.
neon sign for steroid use.
Oh, he was.
He had a DUI last year. I believe he went through their drug rehab program. He was fired for failing a drug test. But the interesting thing about Test is after Eddie Guerrero died in 2005, Test on his MySpace.
Eddie Guerrero died?
Yes, he did in
yes.
2005. Test on his MySpace wrote this rambling rant about how drug use ran rampant in WWE. And now here he is a victim, seemingly, of it. So
They found him by a neighbor looking in the window
I
next
heard
door.
about this. Yeah.
He hadn't moved for like 2 days.
Yeah.
Just like in a heap.
Man, Andrew must be tired. He's been just sitting there.
He's knocked out.
He's lethargic. Somebody go get a stick and get in there and poke.
What's the
poke.
neighbor doing looking through the window, I guess is my
They
question.
probably went up to the steps and saw the collection of newspapers on the front step.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Requiem for a wrestler.
Rest in peace, Test.
Rest in peace. I'd like to say this is the last one we'll do.
But
I hope it is.
I don't think it is,
Yeah.
Scott. I
I-
think there'll be others.
I can hope.
He died doing what he loved to do, though, and that we can take solace.
Drugs?
All right.
It's a funeral, Sully.
Oh.
Can you at least let me deliver the eulogy?
Oh, sorry.
This is how he would have wanted it.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I love
Face
that
down in a
phrase.
table?
Yeah.
No. That's not how he would have wanted. He would have wanted to live longer than 33 3/4.
He gave all that he had in life.
All right. Now you're mocking.
the
There's plastic flowers all over this room. Let's get out of here.
You say the
No.
eulogy.
No.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I got nothing.
Galdi,
Let us learn the lessons of the life of Test. How about
let's
that?
pass the test.
Yes. Okay.
Don't fail the test.
See, now you're the bad guy.
No, I'm not.
Thanks.
I'm just reading what you wrote here.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.